Yo, what is up? It is your boy Stephlyon, and guys, they actually released the real trailer. Low key, I did react to the freaking April Fool's one, but my brain was so scrambled, I didn't realize it was April Fool's Day. And I honestly, for 80% of the video, I thought it was real. I just looked stupid as hell by the time I got like 80% into the video and realized it was an April Fool's. So I didn't post it. If you want to see that, let me know, and I still have the footage. I'll edit it and post it. But this is the real freaking homemade. Let's look at it and see what the actual ship is. Isn't it supposed to have the wings come out like that? Bro, this is like an octagonal cargo grid.
The Holby is our premium medium freight ship in the universe. It's capable of carrying a significant amount of cargo between stations within a system or across multiple solar systems.
Damn, bro.
It sits between the Hull A, which is kind of your entry into the cargo hauling profession, and the Hull C, which is kind of
that's too big, way too big.
Interstellar cargo hauling runs.
In terms of scaling and role, the Hull B is closer to the Hull A in terms of gameplay flow and mechanics, without the challenges of the more complicated setup and flow of the Hull C.
Oh, it's the Hull B.
When you first look at
That's
the Hull
nice
B,
paint,
you
though.
definitely notice a Misc chip. Misc is a high-end industrial manufacturer.
And they have such ugly
It's a
designs.
very clean
man.
art style.
Clean?
Visually, you kind of got these really like large, clean, panelled, kind of bulbous shapes.
Ugly.
Think about the aesthetic of the 50s and bring it to a more futuristic.
You've got these really large, heavy-duty landing gear. You can clearly see it being built to take a lot of weight.
Okay, I'll say the shape of it looks a lot more streamlined. It does, I'd say, right, it looks more like the Star Lancer kind of. It doesn't look like the Big D. That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't look like the Big D. That's what it is, bro.
Move along the top, and there's some really nice detail, some nice ribbing where the remote turret sits.
So it does look more like, it looks more
Continuing
like
along the top,
supercar.
There's a nice spoiler towards the rear.
When you see the
Yeah, it looks
ship
more,
collapse,
exactly, more
it
supercar.
feels almost like a little shuttle that could fly about.
Yeah, see, it looks like a
At the
supercar.
back, you've got these massive engines on the rear of it, and then that gives you a bit of a visual indication that maybe there's something a bit more to the ship than what you see at first glance.
Damn, that grid is crazy.
Much like the rest of the Hull series, it has a compacting and extending spindle in the center section that allows the ship to have a smaller silhouette and shape when not carrying cargo, and then expanding out to carry the maximum amount of cargo.
What is the
It's
maximum
quite
amount?
a marvel of engineering in how much spindle and cargo grid we've managed to fit into such a small space when it's collapsed.
It holds 512 SEU of cargo, up to 1632 SEU crates. And you can
500.
either
Wait a minute, that's almost the same as the C2 Hercules, right? That is literally the same as the Hercules. And this looks like it's going to be a lot easier to load than the Hercules, because the Hercules has that long ramp, bro.
load the cargo manually with handheld tractor beams, or the co-pilot has access to 2 front-facing remote tractor beam turrets in order to load cargo from within the vehicle.
Yeah, this might be better than the Hercules.
External cargo has the
might
great
be better than
benefit
Hercules.
that it is by far the quickest to load and unload.
Yeah, 100%.
You can simply rock up to a location and then use the tractor beams on the ship to attach and detach cargo, rather than having to thread these larger, especially the 32 SE containers, through restricted doorways at the back of
Yeah,
ships.
100%.
So you have to be smart about where you use the Hull B. It's quick to load, but also if you find
Quick to
yourself
be
in a tricky
destroyed.
situation, it's very quick for someone else to unload it for you. When it was first announced, it was promised to be able to land with its full capacity of cargo. However, over time, the cargo system changed, the design of ships have changed. And when you look at the Hull A and the Hull C, they have a sort of cross arrangement. And doing this for the Hull B and the stated amount of cargo that we had said at the start, it just simply
Wouldn't have
couldn't
worked,
land
yeah.
without having the most comical, super long, gangly legs. So from that point onwards, we went back to concept, had
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you guys will agree with me. I like this concept more, and I also think if they wanted to, they could add more like height to it. Like the way I think it's only doing 4 boxes high, right? Well, 2 SU high. I feel like if they make the ship bigger and made a bigger version of this, they could make it be like 4 SCY where you could stack 2 more on top of that. I wouldn't mind that. That looks a lot more like straightforward than the like spindles. The spindles, in my opinion, are a little bit like they look ugly too. I'm not gonna lie, the spindles do look ugly too.
Multiple iterations of different cargo arrangements to suit the new capacity. And we settled on moving from the cross arrangement to rotating it 45 degrees into the X arrangement you see today.
And it still looks really good when it's open or closed, but it's still able to hold all of its cargo when landed.
Yeah, and I like that arrangement way more.
The whole B is great in that you can load it from both within hangars and external freight elevators. And then in the future, we want to allow you to be able to also use the facilities of docking, so you can truly load it from anywhere with any sort of cargo.
So it doesn't have the docking yet.
Another advantage of the Hull B compared to, say, the Caterpillar, which has a very similar amount of cargo capacity, is the Caterpillar is a large hangar, and the Hull B is a medium.
It's a medium?
So
Oh my goodness.
more
Yeah.
accessible.
Bro. Yeah. That because it's medium, it beats the C2. It beats the Hercules. It does beat the Hercules. Oh my lord.
To land throughout the universe, being that there are more medium hangars in general.
Yeah, than
large.
anything else. Yeah.
You
Oh.
walk into the entrance area, which has our 2 suit lockers, a weapon locker, and a small bench to prepare yourself for leaving the ship.
A small bench,
Coming up
okay.
the personnel lift, to your left is a door to engineering. This houses most of the major components for the ship and the engineering screen.
Center stage in there is the big mechanism that allows the ship to retract and extend its cargo grid.
Heading
That
to
looks
your
fire.
right from the personnel lift, you walk into the main corridor. This is the main thoroughfare of the ship. This
Does it
also
have
houses some of the other components.
habitations?
To one side is a mess hall.
You have a 2-seat table and a kitchenette.
On the opposite side of the corridor is the habitation area.
You
When
can
you get
bedlog.
in, you have like a
Fire.
bunk bed on your left, nice desk with its fridge and some shelves.
Hey, you
also
can
have
log
the
off
right,
in it.
space on the wall to hang up posters, and then the bathroom door.
Nice. Bro,
As you
haulers are
enter
gonna love
into
this.
The bridge of the ship.
Haulers are
As
gonna
soon as
love
you walk
this.
in, you know you're in a Misc ship. I know the Misc dashboards can be a little bit divisive. Maybe on some of our
They're
previous ships, we
annoying.
maybe pushed
They're
the
so
size of the dashboard
annoying.
a little bit too far. So it was something that we were quite conscious of with the Hull B. But
So
we
it's a
have
little bit
pushed
tighter.
the pilot and the co-pilot seat further forward, so you're kind of sat more into that letterbox, just to give you better visibility out.
Right. Some of those ships, man, you feel like you're trying to look past 20 meters to look out the window, bro. Like, why am I looking to a dash that's endless, bro? Like, can I just see outside of the ship, please? It looks nice. I like the slim line of it. It doesn't look like a flying adult toy. Let me say that. This low-key kind of looks like the front of a shark or like a manta ray or something, but it doesn't look like a flying adult toy. So this is a ship that I can say, I like it.
B, I think it's a great ship. Looking forward to seeing lots of them populate the verse.
I would fly this.
Those
The
people
big
who
D,
are
no.
more serious about
I'll
cargo.
fly this.
who
I'll fly
are
this.
Those people who need maybe slightly more cargo space than a raft, for example.
I think it really is that sweet spot between cargo capacity and size.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too bulky. I feel like some of those cargo ships just feel too bulky. Now, honestly, that I like that. I like that. It doesn't look weird, number one. Number two, it doesn't feel too big, and it's gonna be in a medium-sized hangar. Yeah, like this looks dirty, like that's dirty, nasty. But okay, maybe this is the first ship that I know is 100% not ready for combat that I'll say it's okay. The Hull B is okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Damn, it looks good too, and I like the B paint. That's pretty nice. But yeah, it's not bad. I feel like anyone who's doing hauling and doesn't want to go too big, I feel like this is a perfect ship for them. And it's got you can log out in it as well, and it's gonna be able to use freaking docking and everything later on. Yeah, that's a nice ship. It is actually a nice ship. I can appreciate beauty, like even though it's not stuff like I normally use, I can still appreciate beauty, and this is beautiful. That's nice. This is the first Misc ship that I think looks good. All Misc ship to me look ugly as crap. Even the tech, they all look ugly, but this looks good. I ain't gonna lie, this looks good. But guys, if you like that reaction, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. Let me know all your opinions. Are you going to be getting this ship? Do you think it's better? Do you like the different, the like sideways grid organization, like with the hexagonal that kind of thing? Do you like that better than the like the spindles? Because I feel like the spindles are too much. They're too clunky, they're too big, and it just feels weird. I like this arrangement way more. Let me know your opinions on that arrangement, because I really want, I'm actually really interested to see what people think, because I feel like it's just better. It's just better. And I feel like it should be scaled up, and we can get even bigger ships with that same arrangement, and it'll still work in my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on the next one.